think. What is that?
And Libras.
See, I've had some good Libras, and I had one really bad Libra, but he was white, so he with his back anyway. So I don't.
Wait, hold on, wait a minute. Demonstrate. You got to demonstrate the back.
No. Ain't no way.
Not the dirt. How they bust? Let me show how they bust.
And they want to cry afterwards. I mean, what the f is the point of the tears? I mean, I can see you shake, yeah, and shake it off real quick. But you crying? F out of here.
What was he crying for?
Cause baby, this pussy make that. You in? I got that good nasty bitch. The shade.
Oh shit.
McLean's Couch every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Only on theexposedradio.com.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
Well, Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Yo, what's going on? What's up? She's back. Yo, it's Monday night, 7 o'clock. You know what it is, Just a Bit Outside radio show. I am your host, coming off of hiatus. Yeah, Kescia in the building, and to my right is my main apple scrapple. My favorite slice of pizza, my dude, Mark Foster. What's up, yo?
Your favorite slice of pizza. So,
yeah.
Now that you've been to Italy, does that give you a better appreciation for pizza?
Oh my God. Yes. And you know pizza is my favorite food, man. And, you know, I was overseas in Europe for 15 days. And I went to 6 countries. And I spent a lot of time in Italy. So I got to eat a lot of pizza. I think I legit put on like 10 pounds for real. Like seriously. But I had a ball out there, man. I went to Belgium, which was awesome. Partied hard in Belgium at like 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Which was pretty nice. Shout out to the Belgium crew. And I went to Italy. I went to Greece, Slovenia, Croatia, in Malta. So I bounced around, I drank a lot of beer, I ate a lot of food, and I had a ball, man.
How were those shrimp?
Alright, let me just tell y'all something real fast about the shrimp in Europe. Okay, now I love seafood. I love shrimp, I love crab, shout out to Peter. I love seafood. And I was in Greece, as a matter of fact. I was in Greece. I was in Olympia, and I was having lunch there, and I saw this pasta dish. And first of all, they tricked me, okay? Because, of course, everything's in a foreign language, but they have pictures, so you know what you're dealing with. So I see this picture of this pasta dish with the shrimp, and it looked like so delicious and everything, so I'm like, all right, bet. I'm going to chill on the pizza today, and I'm going to go with this. I tell him, give me the shrimp and pasta. So he's like, all right, great. So I'm sitting there, I'm having my beer, I'm, you know, salivating because I'm hungry and everything. Man, this dude comes back, he puts this plate in front of my face. And now, the shrimp was like legit like this big, okay? But let me just tell you what the fucked up thing about this shrimp is. They had the heads on the joints. Like, the heads, the eyes, like the shrimp was like looking at me. And like it took everything in me to be able to eat this dish. Like I had to pull the heads off, yo. I had to pull the heads off, and then I had like this pile of heads like sitting next to me as I was trying to eat this thing. I had to cover them up. I had to cover them up because I just couldn't have them looking at me, man. It was crazy. Would you have been able to eat that? I mean,
hell yeah.
Oh my god. I don't know.
You never had to pull the head off a shrimp before.
I did the last time I went to Europe, but that was like 7 years ago. I totally forgot, you know. But I mean, it took me totally off guard. I mean, I womaned up. I ate the dish. It was good and everything. But the shrimps, you know, I had to take a napkin and cover it up because it was freaking me out. But, you know, Greece was cool. Italy was awesome. Went to Venice. You know, did the gondola ride and everything. And you know what? Like, yo, I got to shout you out. Because you was holding it down while I was gone. I was watching from afar. You was holding it down, and you were doing a great job. And I got you a little something while I was overseas.
If it's a bag of shrimp heads.
Ain't a bag of shrimp heads, but got you a little something for your collection.
It's not ticking, so.
It ain't. Yeah, man. When I was in, where was I when I got this? I think I was in Olympia.
Yeah.
When I grabbed this joint. Yeah. No. Was I in Olympia? No, I was in Rome.
That's sweet.
Yeah. I was like, when I saw it, I was like, oh shit, I gotta get this for Mark, yo. So you can add that joint to the collection, man. I got one for myself too. Yeah, man, yeah. I'm glad you like it, though. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, throw them up.
Put them by our Nameless Raven guy.
Yeah, throw them up, because they were beasted yesterday. But we'll get into that a little bit. But, you...
A spear, no?
Yo, oh, yeah, it's legit. Oh, yeah, man, that's legit. Yeah.
Damn.
Yo, I can't wait for Reese to see that. He's going to trip out, man. He's going to trip out. But you had a fun weekend. You went to Ring of Honor, right?
I say, you know, after that big cough, I did have a fun weekend. Went to Ring of Honor. They were here Friday. Last Monday, we had a Beer City Bruiser on the show. Technical difficulties, but we finally got him on. We were talking to him. And, you know, Ring of Honor was here back in June, and we had Bobby Cruz on, and they came back, UMBC Event Center again, which I didn't realize until like later in the day on Friday. UMBC like put up a post, the water's back on and so is Ring of Honor. I was like, wait, what? Like, it could have been canceled? What? And apparently they had a water outage for a while there.
Oh, wow.
And you know, like, if water goes out, like, they can't open the building at all. But yeah, took my son, Reese, we go down there. Like last Wednesday, I just started not feeling well.
Okay.
Still got the cough going, but like Friday was in full effect, and I was seriously like, oh, I don't know if I can make it. But you know, like I built this relationship with Ring of Honor, and I'm like, you know, I got to do it. I got to keep it for the show. Right. And so I pick up Reese, we go down there, and just had a ball. Once again, like, thank you to Ring of Honor, Beer City Bruisers. Like, unfortunately, they didn't win their match, but it was a very good match.
Yo, what's up with Bobby? Was he out there?
Oh, yeah, of course he was out there.
Yeah? Wait a minute, what color was the suit?
Oh, he was black suit.
Oh, he went back to black.
I think he had a white shirt though.
Okay.
It wasn't all black.
Okay.
Yeah. Right when we get there, we're like looking for the concessions. Like,
right.
I knew there was a second one, but apparently it wasn't open. But I went looking for it just to see if it was open because the one was like packed.
Okay.
And
Chick-fil-A.
Apparently, no, they didn't have the Chick-fil-A yet. Like they were waiting for their order.
Oh, okay.
So apparently they were doing like a meet and greet earlier, and as Reese and I are walking down the hall, like Cody Rhodes and probably the Young Bucks, Cody's wife Brandy,
get out,
walked right past us. I was like, oh damn. Bernard the Business Bear had the whole costume going. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's awesome. Like,
yeah, to be that close.
Yeah. And one thing I was thinking about too, like during the show, and I've noticed it because this is like the third Ring of Honor event I've gone to representing the show.
Okay.
Is Joe Koff? He's the CEO of Ring of Honor. And every single show I've been to, I've noticed he's out there in the stands, just wandering around, checking things out, watching the show, watching the fans, watching their reaction. Like this dude, he tries to keep in tune with the audience and see what goes over, what doesn't work so well.
Word.
And he's always like in the middle of everything. And you got to give that man respect, just for being that kind of leader in the company.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, but yeah, we had a great time.
Cool. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yeah.
I'm kind of mad I missed that because I had such a good time at the last one.
Yeah, and it was like the night before you got back too.
Right. So how would you say, how was this show in comparison to the last one that we went
to? Here's the deal. Glory by Honor is a 2-night event, and night number 2 was in Philly last night.
Okay.
Some of the stuff that happened in Baltimore set up the stuff that happened in Philly. Ring of Honor always puts on a great show. I like Best in the World a little bit more. Simply, I mean, for one, it had that Young Bucks Briscoes match. That was like 5-star rating, was an amazing match.
Okay.
This one was great too, and it was hilarious because Reese, like, it was his first wrestling match, and like he's kind of digging it. Like he's watching like the high spots, the big moves, like when guys suicide plancha over the ropes and everything. Like that got his attention.
Right.
But then Bully Ray used to be Bubba Ray Dudley in WWE. He's a bad guy right now, and he comes down. Oh, actually, this is great. Bobby Cruz was in the ring to do the announcements. Bully Ray comes out. He doesn't come out to any music. Like that's his gimmick right now. And he has a microphone, or no, he doesn't even have a microphone. He's just yelling from the stage. He's like, "Shut your mouth! Don't say another word." To Bobby Cruz.
Are you? Oh, I know Bobby went off.
From the stage to the ring.
Yeah.
And like every time Bobby tried to say something, he's like, "Shut up! Just shut your mouth!" And like,
what did Bobby do?
He couldn't get a word out.
Are you serious? Bobby couldn't get a word out? So, Bobby's busted ass couldn't get a word out? He had so much mouth on our show.
So Bully gets to the ring, and like every time like Bobby starts trying to talk,
right,
and he like knocks the mic right out of Bobby's hand.
What?
And Bobby just like throws his hands up and gets out of the ring. So it's like he didn't want to get his ass kicked. And Reese, like he sees how this guy Bully Ray is acting, and he totally buys into it. And he's just like he hears the people booing, and he gets into the chants, and he's like, "Can I chant too?" It's like, "Yeah, go ahead." I'm not feeling well. I love being loud at wrestling events.
Right.
Since I'm drained, I'm just like, oh.
He's all the energy.
But I'm like, go ahead, do it.
Yeah.
And he got into it. After the show, I was like, "So what was your favorite match?" He's like, "That guy that was talking all the bad stuff about Baltimore." Yeah.
Shout out to Bobby. Shout out to Bobby. Yo, Wrestle-Rama, I see your comment. We'll get back to that when we come back. You guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to talk Monday Night Football. We're going to talk Ravens. Just a bit outside.
You use Tearless Baby Shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe, but are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the right seat. That's safercar.gov/the right seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet, fingerling, Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
My name is Ruth Rusi. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live united. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusi. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
My name is Meera Batra. I have been in this country 32 years, and this is how I live united. America has always been the land of promise, and in my community many families have come for a better life. Coming from another culture myself, I know the desire to become part of a community, to feel at home and to gain the tools for our children and families to succeed. So I advocate for these families with United Way. United Way empowers them to look beyond their histories and to see what opportunities are available. We help them get involved with their kids' schools, network within the community, and when we do, we unite them. We make the community stronger. What I do is something I wish someone had done for me, and I am so grateful I am able to. My name is Meera Batra. I help families see opportunities and succeed. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
what's going on? We back, just a bit outside. Kescia, Mark in the building. And when we left off, we were talking about Mark's awesome visit to the Ring of Honor out at the arena, out UMBC.
UMBC Event Center.
Yeah.
And they have a ton of stuff going on there because to make sure I had the right time, I went to their webpage to check out their events coming up. Dude, like, they're going to have Snoop Dogg there.
Oh, what?
Yeah, UMBC Event Center.
Nice.
They have like a circus coming. They have tons of stuff coming up soon. So that new facility, and yeah, they're doing it over there.
Yo.
What's up?
WJOE Radio. What's going on? They said, was the line of shit still on the shrimp? Yes, that shit was freaking yes, that was freaking me out too. Like, yo, for real, I went to full like surgical mode. You know what I mean? I took the shells, I had to scrape that shit. Like, yo, it was horrible, man. Like, I couldn't even really enjoy. I mean, it was good after I put in all the work, but you should not have to work that hard for a meal.
That requires the question: do you eat the mustard and crabs?
Man, no! People are crazy! Like, yo, that mustard shit, like, okay, say whatever you gotta say to get yourself through that crab. But me, I'm scraping, I'm wiping that shit off. I'm scraping, I'm doing all I do not eat that. So, I no.
Okay,
So, yes. And shout out to WJOE Radio. Wrestle-Rama, he asked, do you go to EWA or MCW shows? I am not a wrestling expert because of Mark. I'm getting my feet wet and I'm finally getting into it. I've never been to these shows, but I believe Mark might have a little experience with MCW.
I haven't been to either one of those.
Okay.
MCW I've wanted to go to for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
They've been one of the companies that feed people to WWE, like NXT star Velveteen Dream. He was Patrick Clark in MCW. Leo Rush, he was in MCW. So these guys that are doing really well up north in WWE, they've come through MCW. They're always having like alumni, WWE alumni appear at shows.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times their shows are on Fridays for various reasons. I can't make it. And I've tried to establish a relationship through the show, like, you know, really, like, I'd love to bring on one of the wrestlers and have them on the show.
We've got to reach out to them.
Yeah, I've tried. I haven't been as successful as Ring of Honor.
Let's keep it going.
EWA, I really just started hearing about, and actually there's another local company, ACW, which I'm going to reach out to both of those soon and see, you know, it'd be cool to have someone come on the show and just talk about their product.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, well, let's put that on the schedule, on the list. All the crazy fucking ideas that we had. But you guys, tonight we got Monday Night Football after a very interesting Sunday, man. It was kind of a fun Sunday. I feel like it was especially fun for me because I've been deprived of sports, with the exception of soccer and golf. Yeah, another quick story. Alright, the second day that I was on the boat, they were showing the damn Ryder Cup. And I was in this pub, this thing called Henry's Pub.
Yeah.
And they had the Ryder Cup on there. And of course they showed how, Europe just whipped the shit out of Team USA. Everybody was in there, cheering except for me. I was just looking around like, and I swear they replayed it like every day that I was on that damn boat. But anyway, back to football. Got football. Got to watch a lot of football yesterday. I'm so happy.
So you couldn't find a single place to watch football there?
Man, it was tough because we were 6 hours ahead of y'all. So for like the Ravens-Steelers game, I had to stay up till like 2 o'clock in the morning. By 2 o'clock, I was senile. I was, completely wasted and like hanging on for dear life. So, I just got to catch highlights for real. But we got a Monday Night Football game tonight. I don't think it's going to be very interesting.
It'll be interesting, all right.
It's going to be I don't even know. 49ers are on the road in Green Bay against the Packers. Man, the 49ers are having a tough season. I believe, what are they, like 1-5?
1-4.
1-4.
Yeah.
Okay, 1-4. They're about to be 1-5. They lost Jimmy G. He's
first
dead.
week of the season, right?
Yeah.
Was it preseason or first week of the season? It was early.
It was early. It was early. He ain't playing tonight.
Nope.
And they're really beat up on offense also. I mean, it's not just not having, you know, the starting quarterback that you thought you was going to have. I mean, I've heard it was like maybe 7, 8 offensive players that they've, you know, lost due to injury. Yeah. Yeah. And then you have, well, actually, it's like both teams are not where they thought they would be at this point in the season. I know they had high hopes out there in San Francisco.
We've mentioned him before.
Yes.
I wish Howard Ray was on the feed. He's been on the show. He's a Packers fan. We love him. I'd like to get his take on the season. He's an optimist. I'm sure he'd spin that shit to like the most positive. Well, 2-2-1. That one, like we could have won that one.
Right. The one is not really a win, but it's not a loss either.
Not a loss.
So, you know, that
So
carries
really
some weight. Right. Carry the 2 and the 1.
I mean, any Packers fan is going to say they're not satisfied with where they are.
Hold that thought, Mark. We got to go to commercial break. When we come back, we're going to break down that Monday night football game. Just give it outside.
You are now listening to Just a Bit Outside, a sports radio show at BeExposedRadio.com. Come join us every Monday night from 8 to 10 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, or BeExposedRadio.com.
So we had a lot of things going on.
Mother's Day, Major League Baseball, pink bats, pink outfits.
Yeah. They certainly did the mothers good. They don't show them justice. Like Jimmy said, the pink bats, cleats, all types of pink highlights in the major leagues. The Orioles were swept by the Kansas City Royals.
Wah, wah.
The Kansas City Royals. Thank you, Eric. Kansas City Royals is they're like one of the worst teams in the major leagues
Baseball
right now. Yeah, so that was a little tough.
Yeah, so the Orioles no longer
For the home team.
have the top record. It belongs to the Washington Nationals now.
Yeah, so that was tough. So hopefully they'll get back on track with the next series. Maryland, we got some local sports, collegiate to report. The Maryland lacrosse. Let's shout out the Maryland lacrosse team. They are in the NCAA tournament, and
Hey, this is Mark, just a bit outside on BeExposedRadio.com. Listen to us every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on Facebook and on YouTube.
It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to today's graduation ceremony. Students, when you hear the reason or reasons for your absences throughout the years, please exit the auditorium without your high school diploma. Once you've exited, remove your cap and gown and proceed into the unknown. Too tired. Family trip. Part-time job. Helping around the house. Sick day. Starting the holidays early. Just because.
Starting in the 6th grade, students who miss 18 days or more of school in a year for any reason will fall behind and risk not graduating high school. How many days of school has your child missed this year? Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today. Brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
Join the club that gives you stuff. Hey, thanks! Radio Loyalty. Here's how it works. Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then, you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. You're checking us out on Facebook, YouTube, TuneIn app, Periscope. Check us out anytime during the week if you missed the show. Apple Podcasts, Google Play, any podcasting, most podcasting locations you can find us on. We appreciate it. If you're watching us live, share the link, share the love. Tell your friends, tell a neighbor, tell a stranger, tell Kescia.
Haha, yo! Shout out to DJ Delight. Yo, what's up? We gonna have some new music coming or what? He said he's in the lab. He's working. He's in the lab. I can't wait to hear what he's got.
Mad scientist.
Yeah, man. Yeah. New music on the way. All right, you guys. So when we left off, we were talking about the Monday Night Football game tonight. The San Francisco 49ers on the road against the Green Bay Packers. 49ers are banged up. You know, no Jerick McKinnon tonight with a host of other offensive players. It's not looking good for them. I mean, and they're not the only ones beat up. Your boy, well, Howard's boy, I should say, Aaron Rodgers, has been taking a licking, and he keeps on ticking. I mean, he's been sacked 18 times already. What the hell? Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. You know, and the Packers, they really aren't where they thought they would be right now. Like you said, that they are 2-2-1. That asterisk by that one. Sorry ass one. How do you think tonight's game is going to go? Do you think there's any chance for the 49ers?
Well, there's always a chance. It's the NFL. Any given Sunday, Monday.
Sure.
But, no.
I can dig it. I can dig it.
They're not even going to cover the spread. It's
10 point. Okay, wait a minute now. The Green Bay Packers are 10-point favorites. Now, as a person who plays these games, you know, I do have a rule. I do not mess with a double-digit spread game. You know, because it's so hard. I mean, this season might be an exception to the rule because there have been some beat downs.
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll talk about them Ravens. We're gonna talk about them Ravens, but you know, I just really don't like double-digit point spreads. And Green Bay Packers at 10, you know, it's high, but they should be able to pull it off.
Oh God,
yeah.
Yeah. Well, you see 10. Where are you getting that? So ESPN shows 9.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I can check me.
Unless it got like updated just recently.
Yeah, it must be. You know, that might be a live. Last time I checked, it was 10.
I think it's gonna be nasty. I think it's gonna be like 27-10. It's gonna be, yeah.
So no chance in hell.
No chance
for the 49ers.
For the 49ers. Sorry to my brother Michael. He's a big 49ers fan.
Yeah.
Montana's his boy, but it's not looking good for him.
Well, let me just tell you this one thing that the 49ers do have going for them tonight. They have a 9-game win streak for Monday Night Football.
Really?
Yeah. Right. I think it's safe to say that streak will be broken this evening, though. I'm gonna go. What did you say?
27-10.
27-10. You gave them a touchdown on the field.
And I'm like even in my head thinking, do I want to give them a touchdown?
Right. I'm not. I'm gonna say 24-9. 24-9. I ain't gonna give them a touchdown, man. Because they're gonna be in a world of hurt.
They have really good special teams.
Not. Alright, so
I'm looking at the Packers' schedule coming up.
Okay.
Like, they better take advantage of tonight. Like, maybe even rest everyone in the second half if they have a comfortable lead. Because coming up next is the Rams,
woo,
the Patriots,
woo,
the Dolphins.
Mm.
That's an ugly schedule.
Are those all road games or are there any home games in there?
The Dolphins at home.
Still tough.
Then they have the Seahawks, but you know, Seahawks are kind of
man. Seahawks skating on booty hop. I'm telling you, man, they skating. He's skating. We might get to them later on in the show. But I definitely want to talk about them Dolphins. You know, that's the other team I pay attention to. So I'd like to spend a few minutes on them as well. But let's talk about the home team. Let's go. I mean, yo, the Ravens had a big game, huge game yesterday. I mean,
we got the mascot in.
Yeah.
He still needs a name. I put that up on the page.
Okay, all right. Let's start that.
Someone said Baby Ray, which I'm kind of digging.
Baby Ray.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Okay.
That's kind of cool. We might just throw that out there, do a poll or something like that, and let the people decide. And speaking of polls, you posted our people's poll, which was
it was like kind of, you know, in that Cleveland hangover of the loss, and it was just like, you know, the offense had such a bad day, the defense didn't look much better. It was simply, can the Ravens rebound? And the people were just like, the last couple polls have been pretty split, like 40-60, 55-45. This one was a runaway.
Yeah. I think it was what, something like 91% to 9% or something like that. And let me tell you, and I gotta give it to the people, because normally I be thinking that people are idiots.
Wait, you're always saying that people got it right.
And that's what I'm saying. Don't give the people their props. The people have been getting it right. And again, this week, I got to shout out the people, shout out Ravens Nation. We got it right again, man.
Ding, 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 ding.
Right, where's my bell? Damn it. People got it right. Man, Ravens huge win in Tennessee against the Titans, 21-0. Man, that defense. That defense.
I forgot to mention, actually, coming back from break, did you hear about the Amber Alert?
No.
No? Okay, so it's really important. There's an Amber Alert. Several missing people out of Nashville. The offensive line of the Tennessee Titans. Mr. Mariota is really missing you guys right now.
Yo, seriously, if I was Marcus Mariota, I would have slapped the shit out of every last one of them in that locker room after that game. 11 sacks. 11 sacks. I believe that was a franchise record.
A new franchise record. And it's on a franchise built on defense.
Yes, like, yo, beat out the first Super Bowl crew. 11 sacks. One shot of, I believe, tying the NFL record of all time. Like, those boys was cracking, and I just felt so bad for Marcus. Like, yo, tough day for him.
What are you talking about? Felt bad? He felt like Oprah. You get a sack. You get a sack. You get a sack.
Everybody gets a sack. Yo, it was crazy. It was crazy. And what made it so great was that the offense showed up too. Like, I mean, I gotta shout out the offense as well. You know, it was a nice, balanced game with the run game. All of a sudden, I don't know what happened with Michael Crabtree. Our guy, DJ Delight, Mike said he decided to put some gloves on. Called him a big dummy. But I gotta shout him out. You know what I'm saying? He was catching that ball yesterday.
Yeah.
Catching that ball.
It was so bad that the Ravens had more rushing yards than the Titans had. I think either offensive yards or offensive yards.
I think even at one point, Michael Crabtree had more yards than
yes.
the whole offense.
Yep.
For the Titans.
Yeah.
Man, and Marcus Mariota, he's in his, I believe, what is this, his fourth year?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's either his fourth or fifth year. I think it's his fourth year though, with the Tennessee Titans, and with the exception maybe of one season, he's had a rough career, you know.
After 11 sacks, and I mean, not to mention how many times he got rushed and just not even sacked, but like
pass rush was killing.
I mean, should the guy go into like concussion protocol just in case? Like, not even because there's any symptoms, but I mean, he took so many hits. There's got to be something going on.
Yeah. Who would you say was the MVP of yesterday's game?
The defense.
Yeah.
Like, not even one person. Defense.
Yeah, defense. Absolutely, absolutely. And see, this is my thing about the Ravens, okay? We watch a game like yesterday, right? We look at, you know, how great they can be, you know, and we get pumped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I found myself starting to say while I was watching the game yesterday, man, if they play like this every week, we could go to the Super Bowl. And I had to stop myself because I feel like, you know, sometimes with the Ravens, you just don't know what the hell you're going to get, man. You know what I mean? Honestly.
Coming back from that Cleveland loss, it would have been easy for them to have another road loss.
Mm-hmm.
Third road game in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And they haven't been playing well on the road for the last couple seasons as it is. So I think it's a positive step in that direction of saying we can shed the insecurities. But like you said, they're coming out from a win now.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, a Titans win isn't as emotional as when they were coming out the Steelers win, but now it's about keeping the players in check and saying, hey, who they got coming up next? Saints.
Woo! Hold that nation! Hold that nation!
And that's a team you absolutely can't take lightly.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So you got to keep the players. They probably had the day off like usual. When they get back into the castle tomorrow, be like, take a chill pill. You got a victory. You got another game. Watch the damn tape. Whatever your coordinator says, practice that.
Yeah, and with New Orleans coming to M&T on Sunday, we definitely gonna need that pass rush against Drew Brees.
Apparently, Drew Brees hasn't done very well in Baltimore. So maybe we have that.
I can't remember if it was the last time they came here, but I went to see Drew Brees play the Ravens a couple of years ago, and it was an exciting game. And I got a shout out to my guy Mike Banks. He's supposed to be out here on Sunday. I'm thinking about.
Is he?
Yeah. He said he's gonna quote unquote come up here. The Saints are going to beat us, and then he's going to take a piss in the harbor. So
that'll be the cleanest thing in the harbor that day. That's what you know.
I'm gonna shout my dude out, Mike, yo, come on up and witness this ass whipping that we gonna put on y'all. Because I'm telling you right now, all of my guys, Matt Judon, Pryor, Sizzle, we coming for that ass.
You gonna try to meet up with Mike?
Oh yeah. Cause I'm gonna rub this shit all in his face. I'm pumped off of yesterday, man, and we're coming back home, and we don't like to lose at home, man. I got faith in the squad.
Loser buys the beer. She loves beer, Mike.
Oh yeah. Loser buys the beer, Mike. And one more time for you, brother. Hold that. So who you got for the game next week?
Oh, the Ravens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to come up with a people's poll for that joint. I'm going to think about that one.
How many sacks will they get on Drew Brees this week?
Ooh.
Over under.
That's a good one. I think that's actually a pretty good one. I like it. We're going to throw that joint up for you. Throw that joint up for the outsiders. We got a baseball game going down tonight. We're in the Major League postseason. I haven't been able to watch any baseball at all either, so it's been crazy.
That first show when you were gone,
yeah,
it was like the first week of the playoffs. So I was like, you were so psyched for these playoffs, and then like you leave right before they start.
Man,
I know you were like.
Yeah, I text messaged a couple of friends of mine. Well, no, I hit them on Facebook while I was on the boat. They're Yankee fans.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, hey man, so are y'all in the ALCS? Who won the series? No response.
Oh. Did they think you were like busting on them?
I probably did. Knowing me, they probably thinking I was like, trying to sneaky drag them or something like that.
Maybe ass.
Yeah. So we are in the NLCS tonight, man, and we both, Mark. We can pat ourselves on the back because, yes, I got the Dodgers for going to the World Series. We both picked, the Brewers and the Dodgers to go far. This has totally come to fruition. We're in Game 3. Brewers at the Dodgers. And it's the top of the first. 1 out. So the game's getting started. We got Buehler against Chassin, I believe it is, and I'm predicting. My money is saying that it's going to be a low-scoring game. So pitching really hasn't been a strong point for the Brewers in the first 2 games. I'm hoping that they turn things around.
Yeah.
The second and prove me right. But ultimately, I do think the Dodgers are going to come out of it because I feel like they are the better, more experienced team.
And it's kind of the battle of the best friend, former Orioles.
Yeah, and I wonder how, I haven't even had a chance to really think about that and spin that around in my head, man. I wonder how it is with, you know, Manny Machado, who used to play shortstop, third base for the Baltimore Orioles, who now plays for the Los Angeles Dodgers, if you've been living under a rock and have no internet whatsoever. And he's looking across the plate or looking across the field at his former homeboy. I mean, these two was like Batman and Robin for real. Jonathan, Schoop. Brewers just scored 1-0 Brewers.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and Jonathan used to play second base for the Baltimore Orioles, and we all had high hopes for those guys because, you know, they are the future of baseball, and clearly we weren't the only ones who thought so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know that's got to be very interesting and also a lot of fun, a lot of trash talking between those two guys. And we'll keep you guys abreast on the NLCS game as the night goes on. Don't go anywhere. We got your Booty Huff, we got your Come Through, and our WTF, Moments of the Week. Let's have some laughs, y'all. Just a bit outside.
Here's what you missed on Salacious Life Radio.
You know, when it comes to your children, especially if you're dating someone that you actually like, you do want it to work. So you're gonna hope and encourage the relationship between your child and that person because you like that person, you know, so you're gonna hope for the best. I mean, sometimes, yeah, it just doesn't work and you can't make it work. You can't force it. It's like a branch. You keep bending it. Eventually it'll snap, and even if you put it back together, it'll never be what it once was. But you definitely pray on it. You hope for the best, you know, because like nobody wants to spend the rest of their life alone just because a particular relationship didn't work out, but you had this beautiful creature as a result of it, you know. But you don't want to necessarily spend there, and you're not all of a sudden a bad person. You're not all of a sudden not going to fulfill this other person's needs.
You, madam, are a harlot and a scoundrel.
Because I had one kid while I was still married. Like,
but what if I take that back.
What if the situation turns around the other way? So you ready for your child to meet? They meet the person, and this person is a giver. So this person's buying your child lots of gifts and wanting to.
I would usually. Stop.
Do you
right
let?
You don't like if it's a birthday or some sort of holiday or something like that. Okay, and they want to get them a few things or get them something. Okay, but just on like a regular basis, like unless it's like Nestle's Quick or something that you can get from, like, you know what I'm saying, or like Kit Kats or something like that. Like, no, don't spend a lot of money on.
I'm sorry.
It's unrealistic. Like, don't try to buy his.
Tune in live to Salacious Life Radio every Wednesday from 9 to 11, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing.
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Black by Demand radio show.
2 years ago. If you broke that bike and it don't work, that's on you, brother. I suggest you get that toolkit out back and then start working with it, right? Yeah. So my son's looking at me like, wow. And I broke down to him how we had got...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, welcome back. Just a bit outside. Be Exposed Radio. When we left off, we were talking about the NFL. Yeah. We're kind of bouncing around the league, and we're going to keep it going with our next segment. brought to you by Killer Dogs. Yo, who was Booty Huff and who came through? Man, this is one of my favorite segments because I love to throw them shots. I love to fire them. So, who do you have for your Booty Huff pick of the week?
I feel like it's cheating. It's not Ravens related. I went out of my way to make sure.
Titans. You think Titans?
No, I made sure not to pick anyone from the Ravens Titans game because
cool.
I knew we were going to talk about that ad nauseum.
Right.
Good job. But this is like easy pickings.
Okay.
Eli Manning. They played the Eagles the Thursday night game, and like, dude, he looks like a mannequin. He has like no fire, soul, spirit when he's out there. I think his brother just needs to get like him a side job with Nationwide, like, you know, Eli's on the commercials now, and, or during a broadcast booth, whatever. But he needs to not be on the field anymore. Like, they lost to the Eagles 31-13, which the Giants have not been good for a while now.
Right.
Even the years that they won the Super Bowls with him, like the first year they were like 9-7, and they've just kind of lived through or found really good streaks. But Eli has, I love Eli Manning, don't get me wrong, he's always been like a really cool player, but he's lost his athleticism, his spirit, his drive, and it's just time to call it a career, man. Like, I don't know. Like, did you hear about the drama that OBJ did?
No.
Yeah. He called out Eli and the coaches and everyone during an interview. And he got a lot of heat for that. And then, like, the next, like, it was 2 weeks ago, I want to say, it was like the week that you left. Because the Giants actually ran this trick play. They barely lost that game to the Panthers. But they ran this trick play where Eli, like, shoveled it to OBJ. OBJ threw it, touchdown pass. He's 1 for 1, threw it for the TD. And I really figured that they weren't going to like try to have them interact at all after what OBJ said.
Right.
And now some people are like, you know, he wasn't trying to call him out, he was trying to fire him up. I get that. I don't think Eli has to fire anymore.
Yeah. You know, and I was actually looking at Facebook and bouncing around in some of the sports groups that I belong to. Some people were actually out there, I don't know what the hell, what game they were watching or how delusional as fans they are, but calling OBJ trash. And
probably because of him calling out everyone.
Okay, alright, well, maybe that is the reason behind it, but I mean, we all know that is an idiotic like statement, and that, you know, how many teams in the league? 32?
Yeah.
With the exceptions of the Giants, 31 teams would love to have OBJ on their squad. I mean, yo, dude's got hands. Just give him somebody that can actually throw them the ball.
He's got a fat contract right now, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I would have to say that's a legit pick. That's a legit pick for Booty Huff. And you didn't just say the Giants. You just zeroed in on Eli like that. All right, Eli, yo, your Booty Huff. So, my pick, I went on a much broader scale. I picked a team.
Okay.
Indianapolis Colts.
I almost went with them.
Indianapolis Colts. You are Booty Huff. And not only just the team, and I'm just like to throw a special honorary Booty Huff to their GM, Chris Ballard. Because, yes, you know, Chris Ballard in the offseason, he took a gamble with the team. And he opted to build his team through the draft rather than spend money on vet players. Sounds like the Orioles. But his decision, like I said, was very risky, and man, he blew it. Okay, I mean, it's a young, undisciplined team. They get a lot of penalties. You know, Andrew Luck is not looking good. I mean, every time he throws a touchdown, you can follow that joint up with an interception.
You know how I feel about Andrew Luck. So.
Yeah, and I believe at 1-5 they got one of the leagues. They're tied for the worst record with two other teams.
Cardinals and 49ers,
Yeah. So, a lot of people were saying at the beginning of the season that, Luck was going to bounce back this year, was going to come back.
I think that's what the Colts were counting on.
Yeah. So, let's just say they're going to be booty huff for the rest of the season. I have no doubt in my mind that will happen. What's the next step for them? You get rid of Luck?
I don't think they'll get rid of him during this season. I don't know his contract status. We'll have to look it up or whatever.
Right.
But I don't think he'll be there next year.
Yeah.
And unless he has like a really long deal that, like the Flacco deal, that they can't get out of for a couple seasons without severe penalties. He's never panned out to what he was supposed to have been.
Yeah, big disappointment.
Yeah.
Big disappointment. And speaking of big disappointments, Cleveland Browns picked up Rashad Perryman. What the hell is wrong with them? Hey, you guys, now that shit is booty huff too. You guys, when we come back, we're going to give you our come-through picks for the week and also our WTF moments. So don't go anywhere. We're going to laugh it up some more. Just a bit outside.
Well, let me tell you about this. Tyler, told Oprah, bitch, if you don't have my money, we're going to have a problem. Ooh. Oprah said, what is the problem? Ooh. You said if I don't have your money, there was going to be a problem. So Oprah is standing her ground like, bitch, I'm in charge. You may have a $250 million studio over there that you film all your shows and movies and stuff on, but I have the empire. That's what Oprah said.
Oh, these are her exact words. Allegedly.
I made this up. But
allegedly.
I made it all up. But there was a rumor that they were beefing. But Tyler confirms that they don't have any issues. So it says it was recently reported on the rumors that was swirling that the twosome were on the outs over constructive criticism of a Perry show. Well, I got some constructive criticism, and we can be on the outs, Tyler, and I don't give a damn because I'm going to make a promo out of this anyway and share it to your page. I need the scenes on Have and Have-Nots to be like 5% shorter, each one. I want you to watch an episode of The Young and the Restless, because this is supposed to be a soap opera. No one's dialogue on The Young and the Restless is like this. You don't have to talk about the random plant in the corner for 25 minutes on one damn scene.
They talk about random plants.
It was a blood stain on the floor for 5 episodes. I can't take it. We need to pick this up. I'm sorry. I love the Have and the Have-Nots, and I continue to watch it in its 5th season. But I get so mad when I can go get myself a glass of water and come back, and he had just started the next sentence in his first paragraph. I can't stand it.
They just want to get the point across.
It's not but you don't get the point for 4 episodes. It's too much. So, now according to ET Online reports, Tyler Perry has a pre-cut and dried response to a pretty cut and dry response to the rumors about him and Oprah.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Be Exposed Radio. I'm your host, Kescia. This is Mark. TuneIn Radio, Facebook Live, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Periscope. What's the phone number to call or text?
410-702-5657.
And as always, share the link, share the love, yo. Spread love. Look us up. When we left off, we were going through our Booty Huff picks, and we had a lot of fun talking about Eli Manning and talking about the Indianapolis Colts organization and team as a whole. So you guys suck this week. Get your shit together.
Or not, because people in Baltimore don't want the Colts to do good.
Yeah, we still hate the Colts here in Baltimore. Next portion, second half. Who came through? I mean, who actually did good this week, and who's coming through for their team? Which team is coming through for their city? I mean, let's put somebody on. So, who do you have for your come through?
If we don't have
the scruff, deep in thought.
If we don't have similar, I would be very surprised. Because I think you even said you wanted to mention it later. But I'm going to go with, again, a specific person.
Okay.
Because this person actually led a team to the Super Bowl several years back, even though he didn't play as a starting quarterback in that game. And then he didn't quite have a good career in other places that he went. But yesterday, Brock Osweiler. He took the Dolphins. And beat, which a team that I didn't give any respect to it when they initially picked up Khalil Mack and the Chicago Bears, but since they picked up Khalil Mack, Chicago has been one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah.
They've steamrolled opponents, and the Dolphins took him to OT, and Brock Osweiler took him to the victory. What did he do yesterday? He was 28 of 44, 380 yards passing with 3 touchdowns. I mean, just he was in rare form. And at home, Dolphins take it to him.
Yeah, and that's legit. That's legit. We're going to talk more about that game. I want to spend some more time on that because to me, the Dolphins have been one of the biggest surprises of the season for me. And, when they announced no Tannehill and that they were going with Brock Osweiler, I actually kind of got a little excited.
Really?
Yeah, I did. I actually think I just don't like Tannehill. I don't think he's good. And I think that they needed to take a different approach, have a fresh approach at quarterback, man. And he was out there throwing the ball yesterday. And they had a pretty decent offense. I mean, they started off a little slow. The game started off a little slow. But, towards the middle of the second quarter, straight to the end, I mean, it was just pure excitement.
Yeah.
I mean, after the Bengals-Pittsburgh game, I believe they switched. Yeah, they did. They switched to that game because it was in overtime.
Yep.
And, I watched that, man. And like I said, I mean, it was exciting. And, everybody has high hopes for Trubisky and the Bears with that, relentless defense. And, they found a way to, overcome that defense and win that game in overtime. There were so many points in the game, I was like, oh man, this is it. And they didn't give up.
The Dolphins started off strong, then they had a couple of really big missed stumbles. So people were like, oh, they weren't legit.
Mm-hmm.
But this cemented them as, they're a team to watch. They may not even make the playoffs. They might go deep. But they're a team that's solid.
All right, when you talk about solid teams, I got to give my come-through pick of the week. How can you not say the L.A. Rams? The L.A. Los Angeles Rams. Goff, Gurley, G&G, the NFL shake and bake, man. I mean, they are just killing it at 6-0. They are the league's only undefeated team right now.
Only, yeah.
And, everybody had high hopes for them. We talked a lot about them in the preseason as well. But, it takes a lot to go 6-0. I don't give a damn who you are, even for the Patriots, because we all know that it's very hard to go on the road and win unless you're the Ravens playing the Titans. Honestly. But, undefeated. And they went up to Denver. They went to your beloved Mile High, see your game, your guys, Broncos, in the snow. I mean, those conditions alone, because they're not used to that.
No.
They're not used to that. I mean, that's hard, that's tough, that's uncomfortable. But they grit their teeth and they got a big win in Denver. You know, they got a nice balanced attack of the defense. Like I said, Gurley is killing it. He's killing it. He's leading the league in rushing yards and scoring. And I mean, he's leading like easily with the rushing yards. He's got like 608. The next person below him is Ezekiel Elliott, and I believe Elliott's got 418 or 416, something like that. So it's like he's got like a 192 yard, cushion. So unless he, breaks his leg or God forbid something horrible happened to him, I think it's safe to say that he's going to have that rushing title at the end of the season.
Yeah, it definitely looks like that.
Yeah. So that was our come through.
Hey, I want to give an honorary.
Sure.
Not necessarily come through.
Let's do it.
But like they showed up. Like you said that the Rams are the only undefeated team. Before that, it was the Chiefs.
Yeah.
The Chiefs took a loss.
That was a crazy game too.
They went into Gillette Stadium, into Foxborough, into the house that Belichick and Brady built, and they took it all the way 43-40.
Yeah.
The possibility of them staying undefeated was within a hair's breadth, and there's no such thing as a good loss, but if there was, this would be a good loss. This is them saying, this isn't the Chiefs of old that have gone like 9-0 and missed the playoffs. This is a team with Patrick Mahomes at the helm that is going to be there at the end of the season.
Absolutely. Oh yeah. I mean, there's some people out there that are picking them to go to the Super Bowl, man.
Yeah.
All the way. So I think Screaming Stephen A. Smith might have said that.
It's funny because going into the season, everyone's like, "Oh, the NFC is definitely the best conference," and the AFC is just like wild right now.
We will probably get more into how wild the AFC is in a few minutes when we discuss our biggest surprises thus far in the NFL season. But we were talking about the Pats game and with Kansas City, which kind of is like a good segue to our WTF moments of the week. I think this is actually, besides the booty huff and the come through, this is like my favorite part of the show. But before I do that, I want to shout out a couple of our listeners. What's up, Kimmy? What's up, Michelle? Thanks for checking in. I see you. WTF moment of the week. My first WTF moment of the week goes to the New England Patriots fans.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. So we were just talking about how that game went down last night. Full offensive game. A lot of passes being caught. A lot of touchdowns.
I scored.
Yeah, and Tyreek Hill. I gotta shout out Tyreek Hill, and unfortunately, he's part of this what the fuck. Tyreek Hill went off yesterday. Okay? Last night, Sunday Night Football, I had one person left to play on my fantasy team. It was Tyreek Hill. Dog, I was losing by like 20 points. You know what I mean? And Tyreek Hill got me like, I believe it was like 38 points or something like that. I mean, it was insane. And I woke up this morning and I was just like ecstatic. So I gotta shout out my homeboy Damon. You'll never beat Team Hollaback. You will never beat Team Hollaback. He thought he had me this time. But thanks to Tyreek Hill. But back to this WTF moment of the week. Tyreek Hill catches the ball, runs that joint back, 75-yard touchdown. Okay? And, I guess he kind of ran like all the way to in the end zone where that like backstop is, where the fans are and everything like that. Fan throws a beer.
Oh.
On him.
Did you hear that the Patriots have banned that fan for life?
And we're going to take that joint a step further. First of all, you stay classy, New England. I mean, like, seriously, what is wrong with you? Like, first of all, it's not that serious, for you to be disrespectful. Second of all, like, why would you? I swear to goodness, if they would just let these players handle these, like, I just wish for a half a season, or maybe just game one, let it just be, gloves off.
Yeah.
I swear to God, these fans would not be so bold, because they are protected behind the fact that they know that these players aren't going to come after them, so they feel like they can do whatever the hell they want out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But whoever this asshole was, Fortunately, he was identified and he's been banned. And, like I said, I'm going to take a step further. I saw on the way in here that charges have been filed against this idiot. Right. So, you know, dummy, you love your team so much that you got so pissed off that you threw a bin on a player. Now you're banned from coming to the stadium, coming to a place that you probably love to come to. And you had some nice ass seats. You know. Now you can never go there again, probably for some specific amount of time or whatever. And now you got charges. Like, yo, was it really worth it?
Not to mention, you stand in line at the concessions for a beer that's like $16.
Damn, if I would throw a $10 bill, like, seriously. Like, seriously.
Wait.
Right. You know, if any of my beer, if my beer had left Tyreek Hill, I might have had to grab him up and get that.
Let me see your helmet.
I ain't throwing no $10 bill out there. And in New England, that shit probably was like $15.
Probably, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, way to go, asshole, and WTF. You know, gosh. You have a WTF?
I do.
Okay.
It's going to leave the realm of football for a little bit.
All right, cool.
And it's kind of personal to Baltimore, but kind of not anymore. Manny Machado.
Oh no.
WTF.
Oh no.
Dodgers fans, like Twitter blew up. Joe Buck on a broadcast went off for half an inning on Manny Machado. Did you hear what happened?
ESPN, Joe Buck? I think
Fox Sports.
Fox Sports. Okay.
Like, after it happened, he kept going on and on, like the next half inning.
Shit. What did he say?
And it's something that Orioles fans are familiar with.
Oh, Lord.
This isn't a repeat of June of this year, fans getting mad at Machado. This happened in Game 2 of the ALCS. Machado in the 4th inning, Game 0-0. Machado hits a grounder and just decides to start ambling over to first base.
He trotted to first base.
Trotted is generous. Like, and the dude that fielded, which the guy's name escapes me right now, like, he picks up the ball and, like, he doesn't even, like, rush to throw it to first because he sees that Manny's just walking. He's like, okay, I'll take my time too.
Wow.
Twitter lit up on fire, man. Like,
wow.
They were taking Manny to task.
Oh, wow. I did not hear about this.
And if you remember, in June of this year, Orioles fans did the same damn thing.
Yeah.
Because he did the same thing.
Yeah. I think that was like one of the points when you know, I think we even talked about that on the show, and I was like, man, this might be the beginning of the end.
And back then he said there was no excuse for it. So Manny, what's the excuse now? WTF?
And that's wild because, you know, the Dodgers, they already had to deal with crazy ass Yasiel Puig. You know what I'm saying? Who's also a young guy, you know, and stuff like that to me is attitude.
That's what you do in March in Florida and Arizona.
Yeah, and, you know, granted, I mean, but no, I can't even give that excuse. Manny has had some postseason experience. You know?
Yeah.
And this is what, championship series.
Yeah,
like, yo, you are a half a step from the World Series. Nobody wants to see that type of lackadaisical behavior. That is surprising.
In a game that's 0-0 too. Like,
Manny, get your head out of your culo. You guys don't go anywhere. When we come back, we have more WTF moments. Just a bit outside. Squad.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange radio show.
That's the biggest thing, is just empowerment. Just get off of the begging line. Just be proud and just get our pride and our dignity back, because as a child, we're taught how to go and beg for a job. Our parents, they literally taught us how to make sure you pull your pants up. Me, I'm 6'7", so I'm a bigger man. I was always taught how to not be threatening or intimidate people when I go into different interviews or different scenarios. And so we're literally taught how to condition ourselves, condition our speech, everything, in order to go and beg these people for a job, because we know when we walk in the door, I have to tear down 10 stereotypes before I get past hello. So we need to eliminate that. You know, and we need to eliminate that, and the way that we do that is employing ourselves and employing our brothers and sisters. And so that's our mission, is group economics, uplift ourselves, because I can't empower anyone until I empower myself, and change from just being willing, because it's in my heart and my passion to see my people succeed and see us do better, and change the social order, because I know that we are not supposed to be on bottom. I understand who I was. I know I didn't fall out of the sky and land on a plantation. So when you have knowledge of self and you know who you are and what you come from, it's frustrating more than anything to see us in this position.
Tune into the Artist Exchange every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Live. Be Exposed Radio.
Be Exposed Radio. It's a family affair if you want to look at it that way.
It is. I totally agree, and I believe I believe that this wisdom on the wall is going to be a movement, and that's what I believe we are doing, is we're creating a movement where.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Be Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
period.
The real. Right. That's the real deal.
It's period.
Right. And all that old money shouldn't go toward this. Money should go to, if the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7. Days a week, you don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you can question about where the child support is going. But if every time you pick up the child, they look nice, they ain't complaining about nothing.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, welcome back to Just a Bit Outside, the Exposed Radio sports show. Sports, funnies.
We're here to make you laugh.
We're doing all. And speaking of laughs, we are slammed in the middle of our WTF Moments of the Week segment. We've talked about Manny Machado. We've talked about, which one was mine? Oh, the Patriots fans. I do have one more WTF Moment of the Week, and it's kind of a just a bit outsider.
Okay. Wait, just a bit outside? Here?
That's what we do, baby. So, there was a game yesterday. Cowboys played the Jaguars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the Cowboys and Jerry Jones had a guest yesterday. And, you know, this guest and the team have a lot in common. Both the losers. Conor McGregor was at the game, special guest. of Jerry Jones.
That's right.
Double fist gag, barf. Let me just throw up all over the place right here. Yes. So he was out there chopping it up with Jerry, you know, with his McGregor swag, and
he was hustling his whiskey.
Yeah. And his eye of a pussycat, not even a tiger. Cause the one thing I did hear about while I was overseas was that ass whooping that he endured. He was out there at the game, and he got to hang out with the players, and he got to fool around on the field before the game, and you know, I guess, you know, while he was out there and he was amongst all of these Cowboys, you know, paraphernalia, team, organization, I guess he was feeling the spirit of Troy Aikman.
Troy Aikman's still alive.
No, I'm just saying. I think he was feeling his spirit. I think he was feeling the vibes. He thought he had some Troy Aikman juju.
Okay.
So they give Conor McGregor football, and he goes to throw this football, and I swear to God, it was the ugliest, most awkward thing I have ever seen. Dude, do not quit your day job, even though you're probably contemplating quitting your day job because you've been getting your ass handed to you. But I swear to God, I could throw a better football than this guy did. I mean, it was like this push thing. And you know Twitter, the drag was long, hard. It was a long, hard drag on Twitter, man. They went off.
There's this subreddit on Reddit called PS Battles. It's like Photoshop battles. I want to see what they've done there because I'm positive it's on there.
I tried to find a clip for the show. I'm not sure if it went up, but we'll put that on the show page so you guys can check that out. But man, seriously, it was fucking hilarious. Like, it was just one of the most awkward things that, I mean, for a guy that talks so much shit, I mean, I don't know, I just thought he would know how to throw a football.
So hold on, for like 162 games for every team, there's always someone that throws out a horrible first pitch. But
Yeah.
Conor McGregor picks up one football, you're like, what the fuck?
I guess I gotta be relentless, yo, because he's just taking L's, yo. He's taking L's. He lost to Khabib, like, and then he goes out there and he's out there with the devil man himself, Jerry Jones. Like, it was just all complete, to me, a complete WTF.
And you know Jerry Jones is like, well, you might have to get rid of Dak Prescott.
Right. God, poor Dak. Poor Dak. What do you think is going on with Dak?
I don't know. Like, I don't care. He's a Cowboy. Put on a team we care about, then, you know, he better get his juju back. But, I don't know, like, I really thought, like, what was it, his first year when him and Zeke were together.
Yeah.
And then the second year, Zeke went out injured, and he, like, had his troubles.
Right.
I don't know, like, Zeke's second highest rushing
Yeah.
yards.
Right.
Zeke's on point now. What's up with Dak Prescott? Like, I mean, it could be anything. It could be his offensive line. You know, he doesn't have full confidence in. Could be confidence in himself.
I mean, do they have any receivers? Really?
Des Bryant. Oh, wait.
Right.
No.
What's going on with Dez? No one's picked him up.
No one's picked him up.
That's kind of a WTF.
Oh, they don't want to put up with the hassle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, here's a WTF for you. You said the 49ers wouldn't score a touchdown. It's 7-0.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay, so give the total fucking update. What is it's the first quarter? How much time?
10:59 left in the first. So this is like.
Are you
four.
serious? Oh, that's gotta be completely defensive. When we go offline, we're gonna find out exactly how they scored those 7 points, because that's gotta be defensive.
I'm positive it was offense because I saw it when it came up.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What did I tell you about them them double-digit point spreads? I mean, it's still early in the game, but yeah, that's a WTF in itself, because I didn't even give them a touchdown. Thank you for showing me up, 49ers, shutting me up. But what did you say? You gave them 10 points.
27-10, yeah.
Ooh, the lolly. Okay. All right.
3-yard rushing touchdown. Yeah.
It's got to be resolved in like a fumble or some shit like that. Like, seriously.
Meanwhile, the Dodgers Brewers, it's 1-0 still. Bottom of the second. Like,
bases loaded. And okay, more breaking news. Green Bay just scored a touchdown.
What?
I
just left the page.
Yo, my vision is 7-6. 7-6. Oh man, this gotta be a wild game, right? I can't wait to get back home, right? Get the points back, man. I need 10. I need 10, damn it. Yes. So, all right. So, yo.
Now, if 49ers to get a safety, then you'll get on with your 9 points. Come on, 49ers defense.
Right. And then don't do anything else for the rest of the game. All right. So there's our WTF moments of the week, you guys. Like as we said, it looks like it's about to be 7-7. San Francisco, Green Bay. 10 minutes left in the first, and
what I was
Dodgers threatened to score.
Like that game's only in the second.
Yeah.
And like it seemed like an hour ago you said it was in the first. So
Yeah.
I know Southern
No,
California.
yeah, it's not like an hour. The game started at 7:30.
Southern California's been getting a lot of rain, so I wonder if maybe they had rain delay. But I don't know. Someone I went to high school with, they're actually at the game and it was clear.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Who knows? Maybe Manny Machado did some shit. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna talk more NFL when we come back. Just a bit outside.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You wanna start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles.
Right.
They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run. The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, one with a home run.
Hit the home run.
Right. They were going into that National Series.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
I wanted to. Yo, welcome back. Just a bit outside. I'm your host, Kescia, and across from you is Mark, The Exposed Radio. Hey, I gotta shout out my dude, Mike Banks. Finally, he showed up representing the whole that nation. He said, get ready to take this L. Ravens.
They're going to take an L and shove it right up the Saints.
Culo. Hey man, I hope you can make it up to Baltimore, so we can chop it up at the very least. Yeah, so when we left off, we were talking about football, and we're going to keep talking about football. We are, this is week 6, so we're 6 games in, and I feel like we've got a pretty good sample set. We have, had a good opportunity to look at what's going on around the league and teams and whatnot, and I think it's been a pretty exciting season so far.
As big of a football fan as I am, like, this may be one of the most exciting seasons I can recall in a while.
Yeah, and I think it's really because we have a lot of unusual suspects, and it got me thinking, I thought it would be worth it to take some time to discuss, what are the biggest surprises in the NFL thus far in the season?
I think for me, one of them, not that I'm a fan of them or anything, but the Atlanta Falcons, like, what have they been doing?
Yeah.
They were in the Super Bowl a couple years ago. Matt Ryan, he came in the same class as Joe Flacco. He's been touted as one of the elite quarterbacks, and they're sitting at 2-4.
Yeah.
They should be right up there with the Saints, trying to vie for their division. They're just trying to get out of the basement.
And who did they have last week? Did they play Tampa Bay?
Was it Tampa?
I believe so. Can't even remember if they even won that game. But yeah.
They beat the Buccaneers.
Okay.
34-29.
Okay, all right. So I mean that's a good win. But I think they always have high hopes in Atlanta. I don't know.
Yeah.
With the exception of them getting to the Super Bowl and Roy always screwing that shit up, they've had some tough, kind of heartbreak after heartbreak.
Yeah, and that division has represented the NFC so many times in the Super Bowl the last several years.
Yeah.
Including when the Falcons win. So you got to expect that division to always be one of the best. But the Falcons were always up there. But
what's up with Julio Jones? Where is Julio Jones? I
have no idea. I feel bad for people that pick him up on fantasy.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's got to be like a major disappointment.
He's been one of the safest picks ever, the last 5 years, and there's just no production.
Yeah, that's another game that I have circled on my schedule. We go down there. Ravens go down to Atlanta, I believe, December 2nd, and I think that'll be an interesting game for us to watch. And if each team continues in the direction that they're going, that should be a win for the Ravens. Passing just hasn't been there. I know that they've been kind of been a little successful with the run game.
Yeah.
I do have Tevin Coleman on my fantasy team, and he did have a touchdown yesterday and some pretty decent yardage. But Matty Ice and the receiving core, I just don't know. And it seems like Julio Jones is just non-existent. But like you said, it's surprising.
I think in Atlanta they have Julio's picture on milk cartons.
Hey man, that shit's legit. That's legit. We spoke a little bit about the Miami Dolphins. To me, this is one of the biggest surprises thus far. They're 4-2. I think they're tied with the Patriots for that AFC East, and I think the Patriots are above them maybe because of division wins or something like that. You know how that thing goes. But at 4-2, and with the huge win over the Bears yesterday, it's really good. I think, with the change with Brock Osweiler, I think that's going to be a nice step, another boost for the offense.
Yeah. And
their defense is kicking ass. They lead the league in interceptions. And it's been a while since the Miami Dolphins has had that, balanced attack. They've been decent on defense, but the offense just hasn't been there. So, I'm hoping that, Brock will be able to continue this thing because they're beginning to be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah. Like I said, they'll threaten to make the postseason and go deep.
Sure. Any other surprises that you think are worth mentioning?
Let's see here. Who did I have? Well, I think the Chargers.
Okay.
They saw a lot of improvement last season, but they definitely weren't like the level of the Rams. But the Chargers have been looking good, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them make a run. I mean, they're 4-2 right now. Unfortunately, they have Kansas City ahead of them, and I think Kansas City is not like a flash in the pan. They're going to keep going on. But I think that we'll see the Chargers threaten for a wild card.
Okay.
You?
I'm gonna talk about I want to talk about a division.
Okay.
The NFC North has been surprisingly underwhelming to me. No, I mean, yeah. Honestly, you know, I mean, we're talking about the Minnesota Vikings who did fairly well last season, and you know the Green Bay Packers. And, you know, there was a lot of chatter in the beginning of the season about the Detroit Lions, who were currently sitting at the bottom of the NFC North. I mean, the only division I think is, you know, like worse than that is like the NFC East. You know? And I was just expecting, I guess, better numbers from these guys. And for the Chicago Bears to be the division leader at 3-2, it's crazy.
The Packers and the Vikings are two teams you always expect to vie for the championship.
Sure.
For the NFC.
Right.
But, and the Bears, like I said, I never saw the Bears doing what they're doing now. But if the Bears are the cream of the crop right now, both Minnesota and Packers have a tie, they're not going to send two teams to the wild card, much less maybe even one.
No. Right. You know, another team that I think is worth mentioning. I mean, they're not doing fabulous right now, but you know, given recent history, how about those New York Jets? Bev, I swore to you that I'd talk about them. Here we go. You know, I mean, they're 3-3. You know, they're hanging in there in the AFC East, and you know they got some pretty good wins.
Who's their quarterback?
Darnold.
Yeah. They started off the season hot, and I think that's because like not really a lot of people knew about him. Now there's some tape on him. They've been able to counteract him somewhat, and they've been able to settle in, getting back to the winning ways. And I agree. I think they're a pleasant surprise.
And are we? And you may mention this earlier. Are we actually seeing a shift in the power away from the NFC to the AFC? Because, I mean, I'm telling you, AFC is like hot right now. You know, the Patriots, Dolphins, Bengals, Ravens, you know, Chiefs, Chargers.
Yeah.
You know, they're all, you know, above 500.
Yeah. Tracy, you like just joined the show. I was just talking about the Bears. Like her husband's a huge Bears fan.
Okay.
Like you just missed it.
And, go ahead.
No, yeah, preseason. I've always been an AFC person. Like grew up a Broncos fan.
Yep.
And preseason, everyone was like, "Oh, the NFC," like all the pundits and talking heads. Sure. The NFC is way stronger than the AFC this year, and they're just putting together way more quality teams. And no, like the NFC has not been living up to that hype, and the AFC has just been where football has been at this season so far. Don't get me wrong, NFC is still playing, but everything that's exciting for me currently has been in the AFC. The Dolphins, and I know that you know they're your second team.
Yep.
The Ravens, obviously, like they're putting it together, and who doesn't like to see the Steelers lose or tie?
Right.
And even Cleveland, like yesterday's loss was Cleveland's first decisive loss.
Yeah, and I had a feeling they were going to take that ass with it.
They were on an emotional high from beating the Ravens.
Yeah.
They very easily could have been 4-0 after the Ravens game.
Sure.
And I think the AFC is just it's where we're going to see the best football right now. December might come, and who knows? Maybe we'll see some key injuries, and the NFC will be back up on top. But the AFC is way overproducing than what they were expected to.
Yeah, and I'm kind of excited. I'm going to bask in the sunshine of this power shift because I mean the Ravens, you know, like you also said, the Broncos, we are in the AFC, so not only do we get to watch our teams, we get to see some of these great matchups between these other teams in the AFC. Hey, the Ravens didn't play until 4 o'clock yesterday, so the first game was between the Bengals and the Steelers. And that was an interesting game to watch as well. I mean, that thing, went back and forth down to the wire. So, let me just really quickly give you a couple updates. So, 7 minutes left in the first. Packers are up 7-10 over the 49ers. It's still pretty tight with the Brewers and the Dodgers. So far, so good on that. 1-0. We're in the bottom of the third. So that's where we're at with those games tonight. Let's move on. Let's move on to one of your favorite segments, the Real on Wrestling. What's going on in the wrestling world?
Well, earlier I talked about the Ring of Honor show I went to.
Yep.
Ring of Honor is always great. There's some non-televised, behind-the-scenes, real tension with WWE right now. What WWE wants you to talk about is that Shawn Michaels is returning to the ring, first time in 8 years, teaming up with Triple H against Kane and Undertaker. What they want you to talk about is the Women's Evolution pay-per-view coming up. Trish Stratus and Lita teaming up. They're returning.
But I'll take it easy on Shawn Michaels, okay? Like, seriously.
Well, unfortunately, and I got to thank Brian Waters of the Wrestling Realm. He was here last week, and we talked like so much wrestling. It was great. And like he digs how like you could start getting excited. Like he could see like you used to watch wrestling back in the day.
Right.
But unfortunately, the controversy that's brewing is WWE has made this deal with the nation of Saudi Arabia. They went back there in June.
Right. I remember you talking about
They're
this.
supposed to go there in November, but now Saudi Arabia, like completely outside of the wrestling realm, Saudi Arabia, the country, has this very political situation going where a reporter was he's actually, I believe he's an American citizen, an expatriate or something like that. He was lured to their embassy in Turkey, and he's never come out.
I think I heard about this.
Like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And so it looks very much like the nation of Saudi Arabia has murdered this reporter. And,
Shit.
The U.S. is looking at sanctions and repercussions of some sort.
That puts a damper on things.
Yeah, and I mean, there's huge calls for companies to stop all transactions with Saudi Arabia. And WWE's, they're getting a fat payday from going over there. Like, they were able to give out like 6-figure bonuses just for one show to their performers for going to that show last time. Like 6-7 digits.
Right.
And actually, what's his name? I think Chris Murphy, something like that. He's the Democratic senator from Connecticut.
Okay.
He beat Linda McMahon when she ran for Senate, and
Okay.
he's calling for WWE directly to put this deal on hold or to back out of it somehow, because it's not a good look. Like, if this country is assassinating reporters and you're going over there for entertainment purposes at the behest of the government, who is paying them to do this?
Who's gonna want to go over there?
Exactly.
No one.
Yeah. So I'm sure WWE doesn't want people talking about that, but that's very real on wrestling
that's
right
wild.
now, right?
Jesus.
I talked about it last week, but you were out of town.
Yes.
And you mentioned a little bit because you had heard, but Conor McGregor, he got his ass. No, I won't say he got his ass whooped. He lost to Khabib.
Spicy.
And what happened after it was as big of a controversy.
Right now,
Conor tapped.
this picture for me.
Conor
I
tapped
missed
in the
this.
fourth.
Okay.
So it was a clean victory, but leading up to it, there was a lot of shit talking.
Yeah.
A lot. And Khabib ended up like jumping outside of the octagon, going after one of Conor's coaches, and some of Conor's Khabib's teammates got into the octagon. They claimed that Conor hit them first, so like they were hitting Conor. Khabib, he's been going on a tirade, like interviews and everything. He's talking about it still. He's letting them know. The UFC did not hold up Conor McGregor's paycheck. I forget what state it happened in. I think, was it in Vegas? I can't. So the Nevada Commission held up the pay.
Okay.
But Khabib was like, you know, UFC can hold my check. I don't care. They just not even pay me. He's like, I did what was right. Like he obviously, like, you know, some cultures, they have way more focus on honor and tradition and family and stuff. And like, he's like, Conor talked about my family. He talked about my religion.
Religion or something like that?
About my religion, about my country. He's like, you know, I did what I had to do.
Yeah.
And then he's saying, like, his teammates shouldn't get in trouble because Conor hit them first. Because apparently, like, they were putting sanctions on his teammates, too, that were there, that jumped in the ring.
Really?
But yeah, like, this is one of those things where you could see them never getting in the ring again because it's just that volatile of situation.
Really?
Yeah, like, I think Dana White's looking at terminating Khabib's UFC deal. He might be done.
We're going to talk more real on wrestling when we come back. We're going to wrap this thing up, so don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside. Squad.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew. Wait, Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com. I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. And
exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular, it's getting that person money, it's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like, I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, yes. And I was thinking, like, you know,
the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree
It's huge!
is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
All right. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. And as always, time flies when we're having fun. This is the final segment for Just a Bit Outside on Be Exposed Radio.
Score update.
Yeah, let's do it.
You said Green Bay was marching up the field. They got a field goal, 10-7.
Yep. And they got the ball back again.
Oh, wait.
What I'm seeing right now is, they just scored another touchdown.
What?
I swear to God, they just scored another touchdown.
I saw they had the ball, too.
I was just about to say they were on the 9-yard line. But Aaron Rodgers must have dropped another one of those great passes of his. So we got hella offense in this first quarter.
Did they muff the kickoff?
I have no idea. But they're up by 10 points, so I am very happy right now. So, Green Bay's up by 10. NLCS, we got the Brewers 1, Dodgers nothing. Top of the fourth, low scoring game. Kescia, Major Keish is looking very good right now. So we hope the trend continues. Alright, so we were talking about Conor McGregor and him getting his butt whipped and being a supreme asshole and home melee afterwards.
And
I heard
in trouble too.
But that's so funny because I heard that Mayweather wants a piece of Khabib.
Oh God.
Mayweather, I don't think you want that work, dog.
No.
Look at that, no.
No.
I pay to watch that shit.
McGregor had a couple losses under his belt when he faced Mayweather. Khabib is 26 and he's undefeated. He's nasty.
Yeah. I mean, I saw this video of a fucking guy who's like 10, 12 years old wrestling a bear.
Yes.
That shit is insane. What are y'all doing over there in Russia? Crazy. Crazy.
You don't want no piece of Khabib.
Yeah. Hell no. I know there's a lot of East Baltimore dudes that don't want a piece of Khabib.
West Baltimore, everywhere.
Right. So, you guys know we like to end our story on a good note. We chop it up, getting all crazy. Time for our feel-good moment of the night. So what you got, Mark?
This is the best feel-good we can possibly hope for in Baltimore. Because, no, it's cool.
Okay.
Yesterday, as you remember during the Ravens game, guard Alex Smith had a nasty neck injury.
Yeah.
At first it looked like maybe it was a stinger or something like that, but then he just collapses to the ground. They end up putting him in a neck brace, carting him off on the cart. It was, you see those previous neck injuries in the NFL where people don't walk ever again, and you really thought something could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Smith goes to area hospitals. He gets an MRI. He has some other tests done. Thankfully, he's allowed to travel with the team. Leave. Zero injuries, zero lasting effects.
Very lucky.
He could be playing again this Sunday.
Oh man, that's fantastic. Fantastic news. Shout out to Alex Smith, man. He dodged the bullet there.
Absolutely.
Because that neck is nothing to play with.
Yeah.
That thing can paralyze you.
And it wasn't even a bad play or anything. It was just he just collided with a Tennessee Titans player and just took a bad tumble on his neck.
All right.
Yeah.
And there you have it. Look, guys, it's about all the time that we have for you tonight. Man, the NBA starts tomorrow, and I am so excited. We have so much to talk about, you guys. LeBron and Carmelo with the Rockets, and of course my man Danger Russ and those Bama's the Golden State Warriors. So we're going to watch some basketball all this week. We're going to come at you next week with the NBA special. So hopefully you guys will all come back and chop it up with us and shout out your favorite squads and let us know what your expectations are. And within the next 2 weeks, I don't know if it's going to be this Monday or the next Monday, we're going back to brass tap, We're going back to brass tap. We had such a good time last time. They're going to bring us back. So we're going to keep that shit going. So, thank you for tuning in tonight. Just a bit outside, your host Kescia, Mark, Be Exposed Radio. You know how we end the show. Baltimore, spread love, yo. Have a good one. And you do that shit like Baltimore.
It's time for flashback.
Now I'm not gonna say all Aries don't know, but
it's just the one you had. That was just
the long one, but, you know. Yeah. But it's
always something that you can.
Go ahead, Bliss. Can you recollect any signs that you might like get right?
October 15th or 16th. What is that?
And Libras.
See, I've had some good Libras and I had one really bad Libra, but he was white, so he f***ed his back anyway. So I don't.
Wait, hold on, wait a minute. Demonstrate. You got to demonstrate the back.
No. Ain't no way.
Not the nerve. How they bust? Boy, show how they bust.
And then want to cry afterwards.